What's happening? What's happening? 392 Blurred Lines coming back at you with another video. We out in the garage, as you can see. Oh, we out in the garage, and we're going to get something done today, boys and girls. First time coming to the channel, welcome to the channel. Everybody else that's been rocking with me, welcome back to the channel. In this episode of Operation Dirt, we will be putting on the carburetor. Yes, not only the carburetor, but we're also going to be putting on what is known as a super sucker. Yes. Does anybody know about a super sucker? Yeah, it's supposed to give you horsepower. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get all the ponies that we can get. So, in this episode, we're going to be putting on the Venom. Yes, that's right, Venom carburetor. We'll be getting that set up on top along with our linkage and I do believe pressure regulator. That will be going up on top. And we might even get a small fuel pressure gauge mounted today as well. We're going to try. I don't know if we're going to get it all done today, but we're going to try, boys and girls. We're going to try. And before we get started, I want you guys to go ahead and go grab your snack. Yeah. Because you know how it is. When we watch TV, we're watching certain episodes of certain shows that we like to watch. We like to be munching on something. So, go get your snack and hurry right back. And we're going to see if we can't make something happen. Now, for somebody that don't know, I am not an influencer, but I am an encourager. I'm encouraging you today. After this episode, get up from there. Don't you dare watch another video. Get up from there and get outside, in the garage, in the pole barn, wherever your hot rod is, or wherever your conversation piece is, and do something. Because it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. And I know here in Michiana it's wintertime, but as you can hear in the background, I got on a kerosene salamander heater, heating it up in the garage. I'm not going to let a little cold stop me from getting something done, and you shouldn't either. So, you go ahead, get your snack, come on back, and you can meet me right back here, and we're going to see if we can't get everything that needs to be set up on top of this intake. We're going to try to get that stuff put up on there. And we're going to just keep it moving. We're going to keep it moving. All right? So, meet me right back here, and we're going to get this thing started. All right, boys and girls, we made it back. Got y'all set up so you can see what's going on. Now, what I have here, this is my fuel pressure regulator. And this particular plate that I have here, I got this plate because I wanted to mount my fuel pressure regulator onto it nearby the carburetor. And that's why I have this plate. Now some people, they'll mount this onto the side, off to the side, but I wanted mine to be near the carburetor itself. So as you can see, we do have this plastic protective coating on it. I had this all mocked up in one of my previous videos, and that's why this is on here. So I'm going to remove this so that I can take this plastic protective coating off. And then we'll put it back on. As far as the fittings, we will be using a Teflon tape on the threads. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this off. It's just got 2 screws that's holding it on. We will then pull this protective covering off, and then we'll put it back on, mount it, and then we'll start the process of getting it on the intake. So that's what we're going to start at. threads in this fuel pressure regulator, I just might. It doesn't recommend it, but I just might put a little bit of thread locker on those threads, because I don't plan on taking this off no time soon. And if I do have to take it off, it's probably because the regulator will be bad. And if it's bad, if I can't get the bolts out because of rounding off the four-way, I can always grind the head off and then still be able to remove this from the bracket by grinding off the heads of the bolts. So I think for my own satisfaction, more or less, I won't have to worry about them coming loose and then having to remove the whole plate to get under it to tighten them back up. I think I'm going to put a little bit of thread locker on that, because I don't want it to be vibrating loose. I'm looking for this thing to do a little bit of movement, a little vibration. And so I'm gonna put a little thread lock on that, and we're gonna keep it moving. So let me go ahead and get that so that I can put some on it, and I will feel a little bit more comfortable about putting these little screws back in there, because I know they will loosen up. Sooner or later, they're going to loosen up. That will be flopping around on there, and then I got to take everything back off the top just to get to the bottom to tighten them up. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing it. So, I'm going to get the thread locker, and we're going to lock these screws in. All right? And I will be using the Permatex, the high strength thread locker red. And this is number 27140. Heat or special tools required for disassembly. I'm not looking to take this off no time soon. And like I said, if I do got to take it off, it's because the regulator is bad. I'll be replacing it. I'll grind them screws off, put some new ones on it. So, hey, it is what it is. I'm looking at the big picture. So, we're going to pull this protective film off here. This being an aluminum plate. I guess there's a film on it. There's something on it. I hope it's not something that's hard to get off. Should just peel right off. Yeah, it just peels right off. Just like so. Just like butter. Ooh, that's pretty. Yes, indeedy. Isn't that pretty, boys and girls? All right, we gotta take this side off too. And for now, we'll just pull it off right there. Okay, that's the top. And like I said, I'm going to put some Teflon tape on these threads. Now, just something like that. Goes down in like so. Something here, so we can set it on, drop it, one or two, hold that there, take our screws that is, and we're definitely going to put enough on it where it's going to hold. been nice if they would have given a little rubber gasket to put on the bottom of that. But they didn't. A little rubber gasket would have been nice, or any gasket for that matter. But like I said, they didn't. That'd have been too much like right. Make sure we got them good and snug. Yes, indeed. All right. Gonna clean that off. Clean those off, you won't have no problem getting the cap back off when you have to use it again. Remember that, little words of wisdom. Now, as I said, I'm going to put some thread locker on these fittings. Can I get that off after I get this mounted? Yes, so I don't have to put thread lock, not thread locker, but Teflon tape. So I don't have to put Teflon tape on those yet. I will put the tape on them when I get ready to tighten those down. But as for now, I'm not going to put the Teflon tape on it. I will go ahead and remove this plastic. Go from there. Now, I know that heat's getting warm. So I'm going to shut it off. And that may make it a little bit easier for you guys to hear me. Okay, now my next question. Does the plate go on before, shocking. I'm getting shocked out here lately. Does the plate go on before the super sucker? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna set that up there for now. See what we got here. And I'm sure I showed you guys in one of the previous videos. I may have to go back and check those videos out. And once again, boys and girls, we got some stickers. Ha! All right. We have our threaded rod that will go down in there. These I did have to order. There were some that I had, but because of also purchasing that plate, it was going to take up some more space. So I ended up buying some longer threaded rod for the carburetor hold down. So now I have enough here to hold down everything that's sitting up on top. Carburetor, super sucker, and the aluminum plate. All right, is that all that's in this box? Should be. Yes, indeed. And this super sucker is 1 inch, part number SS4150-1AL. And these are, oh well, they're supposed to increase more power, increased acceleration. So that's the reason I got this. I was recommended. And you might want to get you one of them super suckers. Really? Yeah, man, you might want to get one because, man, they're going to do the job. Really? Yeah, man. So I went and got me one. Now, people go to talking, you better be listening. Hey, they trying to, hey, if they're using it, there may be something to that. All right. Now, that's the carb side, as you can see. So you can't put it on wrong. That's the carb side. But my question is, does it go on after the plate or before the plate? Huh. I don't know. I don't know. question. But I know, you know what? I'm even questioning if I got the gaskets for these. Do I have the gaskets? I don't even know that. If I do, they're probably in the carburetor box. So, before I go any further, I just might as well see if I even have the gaskets. Of course, I can always set everything in its position. When gaskets come, just lift the stuff up, put the gaskets under, and then set the stuff down on top of it. I can always do that if I don't have the gaskets. But let me check, because I don't know. Seems like I do. How many do I need? I need 2. Wait a minute. 1, 2, I need 3. I need 3 gaskets. I don't remember buying any gaskets. But I could be wrong. Let me check. I don't know. Let me go look at this here box. I don't see any gaskets, boys and girls. So, it looks as though I may just be setting this stuff on top and looking to get my gaskets. Okay, so let's see if we can't do that. We're gonna just set everything on top, get everything mocked up, and we're gonna look to get some gaskets tomorrow. Or, depending on when you see this video, I could be going to get gaskets today. I don't know. If you knew what day it was, then today is Sunday. But you won't see this till Monday. So, I'm going to go get the gaskets today. If I can find some. All right, let me go ahead. I'm going to see if I can't get these studs down on top of this intake. Do I lock those in? Do I lock those in? Not sure yet. I'll find out in a minute. I probably won't lock them in yet. But we're going to definitely... I may not have to lock them in. I may be able to just lock them in using 2 nuts. Put 2 nuts on the post and tighten them down by using those nuts instead of putting thread locker down inside of there. Pretty sure that plate is going to go on first. Oh. And we're going to stick that on there like so. You mean that won't fit on there the other way? Seems like it should, but it won't. Only goes on one way. All right. But I think I'm gonna have it to where, yeah. That way, as it says, the carb side is on this side. All right. Now, it was a matter of the carburetor sitting on top. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get those gaskets, because I'm pretty sure I gotta have gaskets under each plate and under the carburetor, because I don't want this thing sucking air. And I went with, look at that stink bug. What are you doing out there? What is he doing flying around here? We went with the Pro Systems carburetor. I believe I already showed, I'm pretty sure I already showed you guys. If you didn't see it, go back and check out the last video. I did give all the information pertaining to this. Because as to what we got going on now, I don't remember. All I do remember is that it is 1,000 CFM. When the specs on this engine were given to Pro Systems to make this, their recommendation was 1,000 CFM to do the job. And that's what they made according to the specs of this engine. So that's what we're working with. I'll set him up on top. We just setting things in place because, like I said, I'm gonna have to go get these gaskets. I can't bolt nothing down because I gotta go get gaskets. So we're just gonna put things in its position. As far as bracket, that goes over here on this other side. There's the throttle bracket assembly. And that will go here on this side. Now I know it will because I had it on here. I know it will. It's supposed to. I had it on here. Let's see here. I know what I gotta do. Gotta raise it up. Gotta raise that up. And then come down here like so. Then come down with it. That's how it was. Okay. And we had the washers and nuts. That goes on top of it, holds it down. And I'm just gonna sit this stuff up on top of here, like so. I'm not tightening anything down, but I will sit it up on top of here. And as I said, matter of fact, as soon as I get done messing around out here, I'm gonna go in there and get on the line and see if I can find me some gaskets. I might can find some gaskets today. And if so, I'm gonna go get them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Just like so. And then this here will mount onto the throttle. Boy, this stuff just matches up so beautifully. Just beautiful. Just like so. So I can't go as far as I wanted to go because of this little setback. This here was the pressure gauge, the small fuel pressure gauge, one of them. One is inside the car, but this one here, this one will mount out here. And it is liquid, it is liquid filled. But this one here will mount out here on the fuel pressure regulator fitting. And there are the lines that will go to the carburetor and the fuel pressure regulator. There's the line. So, but I'm not gonna hook those up right now because I still have yet, I gotta lift this back off to put the gaskets on. So it looks like I gotta try to locate some gaskets, and we're gonna come back in a little while and let you guys see where we're at. But as for now, I gotta go see if I can find some gaskets. So I'll be right back. I don't know about right back, but I'll be right back. All right, stick with me. All right, we back. Now, got my gaskets. Thing about that, when I got ready to throw away my intake box, it had 2 gaskets in the bottom of it, not to where you could see them. There was a piece of cardboard in the bottom. Picked that piece of cardboard up, 2 gaskets are sitting up under it. Now I could have threw that box away and I'd have threw away 2 gaskets. But I went there and got on the old telephone, Advanced Auto. I'm about to cut them off. They ain't never got what I want. I always gotta order something. But Autos don't have what I need. So I got my 3 gaskets. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take this stuff back up off the top, and we're gonna sit these 3 gaskets down in the place where they should sit and put everything back on. And this shouldn't take very long because I didn't bolt anything down, I just sat everything down. So we got one going up under the first plate, sandwiched between the super sucker and the plate, and then we're gonna have one between the super sucker and the carburetor. That's 3 gaskets. So that's what we're gonna do. As you can hear, I had to turn the heat back on because I had left, came back, it's a little chilly in here, just a little chilly, but not too bad. Can't see your breath, ain't that bad. Don't have a jacket on, so we're just gonna go ahead, we're gonna take this stuff back off and we're gonna go from there. So let's do that right quick. Okay, now we're gonna tighten these down, and the way to do so, we're gonna use 2 nuts. I know one thing. I don't know if anybody else noticed that one thing. I'm not going to take a chance in dropping one of these nuts down inside this hole. That would be just terrible. So we're going to stick this rag down in there to prevent any stupidity occurring today. Because I don't feel like having to pull this intake back off to get a bolt out. Oh, that would be a terrible thing. Terrible. All right, tighten this down. That's tightening that whole rod down. She's tight. Now we'll hold the bottom of that nut and break it loose. Just like so. That's how you tighten those those threaded rods down and not have to use Loctite on them. Move on to the next one. Same thing. Turn it. Hold on. Let's try to put another one on it. See if this one will do it. Still trying to turn. Let's try that. There we go. Nice and tight. Now, if anybody didn't know, that's how you tighten down threaded rod in something such as an intake. Don't have to use Loctite, anything of that nature. It does what it's supposed to do. It tightens down. And it only goes down so far because you then have this section here that's not threaded, so it's only going to go down so far. When it gets down to that point, it will tighten down. Okay, rags come back out. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the gasket I just purchased right here. Let's see, where's my help? Tell this has been on the shelf for a while, as dusty as the package looks. Evidently somebody else hasn't been working on the hot rod, just letting stuff sit on the shelf. But this being a 4-barrel, in today's time, everybody going turbos. Don't nobody want to deal with no carburetor. But I do. That's old school. This is what hot rodding is about to me. This is hot rodding to me. This what they got going on today. That ain't hot rodding. That's just going fast. Take the all. Let's just go all motor. No power adders. Let's just do it. Go old school on them. See, I'm all about doing it the old school way. Tune that carburetor. Time your own vehicle. You got people sitting there with laptops. I ain't knocking it. That's just not hot rodding to me. To each his own. And I prefer to go the old school way, or I'm not going to do it at all. That's just the way it is. I like new technology. 2017 Scat Pack right there. I like new technology. I like to go fast in something new, but how you gonna call yourself out there hot rodding and you in something with turbos? That ain't hot rodding. But to each his own. You wanna have your turbochargers? That's fine. If I wouldn't have built this so radical, I'd have got a Pro Charger. But I went a little bit too far. Wasn't no turning back. So it is what it is. I'll tell you the way they made this. They put this gasket in this plastic. They don't want nobody taking it out. My goodness. Take a chance on cutting it to pieces, trying to get it out. Gotta cut it out here. Boy, this thing is really in here. Package all dusty, like it's been on the shelf for 20 years. Alright, is that it? Alright, go ahead and dust on that package. Open center Holly 4-barrel. Now let's get the plastic off this side. Like you want to take off the ink. My goodness. You know he's been on there a while. Okay. Alrighty. It's a beautiful thing. Set him there. We'll take this. Set him here. And we'll take him. Oh, see? Y'all about messed me up. Y'all about let me do it. Take that gasket, sit him there, and we'll take him and sit him there. And we're going to take one more gasket, sit him right there before we put the big dog on there. On there. All right. Got the washers down on. Do this all over again. Now, hopefully, none of this has to come back off here. It shouldn't. This should be it as far as everything on top. should put some lock washers under there instead of just those flat washers. That's a good question. That's a real good question. Huh. Let me take a look at that. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do just that. I'm going to put me a lock washer under each one of these nuts. I think that would be a good thing to do. I'm going to leave the flat washer on it, but I'm also going to put a lock washer on it as well. I like that. I like that better. I like that better. Now, if you would have put lock washers on there, jot that down in the comments. Or you would have considered a flat washer being sufficient. I'm going to put these lock washers on there. You know, hey, why not? I know that this should be torqued down to a certain spec. You probably ought to see exactly what the spec is. This is for the fuel line installation instructions, dealing with these lines here, which I may get those hooked up today as well. Got them right there. Alrighty. All right. Okay. So we have that. That's mounted. I would really like to go ahead and put these hoses on here. I know this for the incoming from the fuel line. That I think I'm going to have it facing toward the back. I think I want my fuel line to come from the back and into the fuel regulator. I don't think I want to come up through the front. Of course, I might. I don't know. I would like to bring that fuel line on up instead of coming up here by the headers. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to run that. Oh, y'all caught me. Red Bull. Yes, indeed. I got that cold Red Bull. Yes, sir. Y'all see. I don't drink a whole lot of them, just every now and then. Whoa, once again, that's a bad boy. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hook up these lines so I can have that done as well. Okay. And I'm not going to be able to do it sitting down, so I'm going to have to get over on the other side. So I'll change you guys up, give you a different point of view. Okay, let's see what we got here. First, we're going to take these out and put some Teflon tape on it. Teflon tape on this one as well. Once again, make sure you put it on where when you go to tighten it on, it's not going the opposite direction. Tools for these anodized nuts. You see, this is not the tool for an anodized nut. The tools they usually make are aluminum, and they themselves are anodized, which keeps you from marring up the aluminum and the anodized. I'm just going to be extra careful, and I'm going to see if I can tighten it up to the best of my ability without marring it up. We'll see how that works out. Let's check it out. As you see, I got the crescent wrench pretty much upside down, backwards, but it is what it is. Tight enough. I snugged it down pretty good. If it's not tight enough, if I see a little leak, I'll just snug it down a little bit more. But I'm not going to try to over tighten anything because I don't want to mess nothing up. Then there I'll be. There I'll be. Just got to use a little common sense with this stuff too. You don't have to tighten this stuff up like it's never ever going to come off again. Got to use a little common sense. Take your time and do it right, or you'll be messing up, and then you'll be like, man, why? Because you weren't taking your time. So I'm just going to take my time because I'm in no hurry. I don't have to be anywhere. And in that, take your time and do it right. You don't mess up, and then you don't become discouraged. Because when discouragement sets in, then you don't want to work on nothing. Then you're fed up with it. Then you got the attitude, man, forget that car. And I ain't mess with that car. And it's sitting out in the garage for 20 years. that little nut out of there, little bolt out of there. I don't know. Because I want to use one to hold here to have a little bit of leverage when I'm tightening it down, because I don't want to just be trying to tighten it down just by plate holding it. I want to have a little bit of leverage on it, so I'm going to get another crescent wrench to use on that. Now, this one. Around there one more complete turn. Bring that plug back up on top, because that's where I need it to be. Bring that crescent wrench up a little bit. More. Right here. Just a little bit more. Right there. We'll call that good. We'll call that good. This gauge is supposed to mount right there in that spot. Like so. Let's bring you down here so you can see what we're talking about. That's how that particular is supposed to mount. But we're going to put some Teflon tape on it. We're not going to put it on yet because we want to put this line on first. And then we'll come back and put the gauge on. We'll come back and put it back on in a moment. First, I want to do this side. If it leaks, I still have room to tighten it up, snug it down more, and that should do it. As far as this here, I'm not going to put Teflon tape on that one yet because I'm not ready to hook it up. When I get ready to hook this one up, I will put Teflon tape on it as well. But until then, I'm not going to put any on that yet. Now I will go ahead and see if I can get my lines here hooked up. Goes down. Let me see if I can spin this a little bit and then get the snugness of it. We're gonna cut this heat down. It's a bit warm in here. I'm not gonna hold on to this tight, but I want to try to prevent it from spinning before I can get it tight. If I can bring it back this way a little bit and then tighten it, that's going to keep it from binding. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to bind it up, and I don't want to destroy anything either in the process. So, let's see. Is it tight? Still tighten a little bit more. Let's see some hammer. Perhaps if I can grab hold of this. I don't want that to spin at all. If I got hold of it. There we go. And what that did, that kept this from twisting. I wanted to keep this nice and straight without twisting it. Don't want to crimp your line. So clamp onto this with a set of vice grips. Make sure you got a nice hold of it, and then you can tighten it down without it twisting. So now, knowing that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tighten this up because I'll be able to hold these if I need to. Okay, she wants to twist, so we'll put this on here. Get a good hold of it without crushing it. We want a good hold on it because it will try to twist on you. And I'm gonna call that tight enough. And if it has to go any tighter, there's still a little bit of room to take it a little bit tighter. Okay, so now we'll take our gauge. Now this side here will be for the line that goes back over to the isolator. That's what this, like this hole here, there's one here, this plug comes out, and the line from here will go over to the isolator. So now we will put a little Teflon on this and get it mounted. I'm gonna need, guess a substance. Straight. I think that's where I want it, right there. That's exactly where I want it, right there. All right. I think that looks pretty good. Let's get you down in here and see what we're looking at. Yes, sir, I think that just might do it. I think we're gonna call that a wrap, and we'll be looking to do a little bit something else a little later on. I think it turned out okay. Let me hear your comments as to how you think it turned out. Once again, I've never done nothing like this before. This is my first time doing this kind of stuff. And if I can do it, you can do it. You just got to put forth your hand to the plow. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shut this thing down. I'm going to shut it down right here. First time coming to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Be sure to come back. Be sure to come back and visit us. If you like what you've seen thus far, stay tuned. Because this is just getting started. It's just getting started. Once we get it up and running, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. So, we're going to go ahead. We're going to shut this thing down. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming to the channel. I want to thank each and every one for taking your time out to watch the video. And I want to thank each and every one of you for each and every comment that you do leave. And we're going to just keep it moving. So, with all that being said and all that being done, we're going to shut this thing down right here. 392 Blurred Lines coming at you. Peace out.